In my last video, the comment section got lively, guys. I have to be honest, I was surprised at how emotional the high value alpha men got.
Weak men, Soyb boy, weak men.
Up in the comment section for questioning their beloved Manosphere content creators.
Leave Brittany alone!
There was a lot to wade through, a lot to read. There was some interesting takes, some interesting responses. Beyonce has her beehive, and it's clearly evident to me that the likes of Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit have their man hives out there on the internet. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have their moments and produce helpful, valuable content in places. Of course they do. But really, guys, what are most men going to their pages for? Is it solid practical teaching on finances, health, spiritual edification, integrity, or is it the drama? Today, I'm going to respond to some of those comments in the comment section of my last video and really try and drive home the core message of my original video. What's up, guys? My name is Warren. I am a banker here in London and a property investor across the UK. My goal is to live free and independently from property. So if that's what you're into too, like and subscribe. That's what my content is all about. So let me start by saying that my goal, my mission, my why in all of this is to build up men, to inspire men and women, but we're talking specifically to men in this video, through teaching them how to invest and live free and build the lives that they want for themselves. That's what my content is all about. That's why I decided to start this channel. So that is the core of what I do. And for a lot of us out there working jobs 9 to 5, 5 days a week, we know that society as it is, this capitalist society, is set up to keep us in jobs, guys. I've done videos on this before, but middle class, for example, isn't what it used to be. My mother-in-law's father worked at a printing press when he was alive, and he was able to support a wife, 3 kids, and own his own house. You try and do that today in this economy, in this society, having a regular blue-collar job. Wages are staying flat. The cost of living is going up. If you read the paper or watch the news or watch news feeds on Twitter, guys, it's getting worse for normal people to survive in this economy, let alone thrive, be wealthy, and live free. So the system isn't perfect. This system, this capitalist system that we live in the West, isn't perfect. But guys, the thing is, you can either fall victim of it or take advantage of it in certain ways, and that's what my content is all about. And my last video, I was talking about that. I was talking about ways in which we should build things as men, and I used the Manosphere as an example. I commented on the likes of Fresh and Fit, on the likes of Andrew Tate, and so on and so forth. And let me just reiterate one more time, guys. Don't get me wrong, they have their moments. They do produce valuable content in places.
Are you happy?
I think that money buys freedom and freedom buys happiness. I think that the rich people of the world, the #1 most intelligent thing they did was convince poor people that money isn't happiness. And I think they did that to prevent revolts. I'm not saying money is the only thing that can make someone happy. I'm not saying money alone will make you happy. But money is certainly a factor to happiness.
100%. Money buys freedom, guys. And that's why I invest. That's why I started this channel. That's why I'm in property. Because money can't buy happiness, but it does buy freedom. And that does make you happy most of the time.
Most men are basically invisible. There is not a female on the planet who's invisible today. You can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking talks to them.
Again, 100% right, specifically when it comes to dating. Most guys are invisible to girls. I saw a stat the other day about dating apps and engagement, and they said roughly around between 40 to 60% of women get hit up in the DMs, liked, poked, whatever it is these days by men on apps. When you switch it the other way around to men, it's a top 10% get the vast majority of the engagement. What does that tell you about society? Most guys have it rough when it comes to dating, and that links into hypergamy and all of that, but that's another video for another day. You can go and watch the big Manosphere content creators for that in terms of what hypergamy is and how that all works. But guys, Andrew Tate also has his questionable moments.
So you're comparing women to food? Okay.
Correct.
What would you do if I was going on girls' holidays every other month?
I'd have to shut that down. I think it's disrespectful.
Do you go on a lot of holidays?
I can do whatever I want.
And don't get me wrong, the guy is damn entertaining. He is captivating. I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with most of what he says. He does have moments, like I said, nuggets, where he does produce useful content, but he says some crazy stuff, let's be real.
I have a relationship, I've been in a relationship for 6 years. I anything that moves, she knows I do it, and she stays with me anyway.
But he is very entertaining, and I think that's absolutely part of his mass appeal. The guy is huge on the internet right now because he says stuff that people are thinking but they don't have the guts to say.
The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a about the fact that most men are basic.
And then of course you got the guys over at Fresh and Fit.
If the man could bring value to society, he's a high value man because the market decides his value.
100% agree with them there. Men should build, women should build as well, but we're talking specifically about men. People value others that build stuff, that create stuff, that add value. That's where a person gains respect, notoriety, and becomes more attractive in the process. They definitely come with some good advice, but on the flip side, they say stuff like this.
All right, guys, this is why you should never be vulnerable to your girl. Quite frankly, women aren't equipped to deal with the problems that men deal with.
But I don't do shit for the express pleasure of women, man. It's a waste of time.
Once again, just like Andrew Tate, these guys are entertaining. The drama draws in the eyeballs.
The woman's value is determined by the man's value because a woman's value is determined on what kind of caliber of man that she can attract. Your value is not determined by some Stop thinking that your value is determined by some guys.
But people, for the most part, most men are not coming to their page for Money Mondays, financial advice, health advice, spiritual advice. How do I know that? Let's take a look at their page and let's look at their most popular videos, guys. By the way, guys, if you're finding this video interesting and useful, drop a like, subscribe for the algorithm. Check out some of the links in the description below for some really cool resources. And now back to the video. Every single one of these videos, the most popular ones, over 1 million views, is pure drama. It's nothing to do with financial advice. It's nothing to do with fitness. It's nothing to do with entrepreneurship. It's drama. And the way YouTube works is the more drama that you put out there, the more entertaining a video is.
You are not.
The more shocking, the more sensational it is, the more clicks, the more eyeballs, the more revenue. That's just the way the platform is set up. But I don't want us to fool ourselves into thinking that guys like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate are mostly teaching us to build and create value. If you can't see it, guys, it's pretty obvious. Their strategy on the platform, because these guys will absolutely have strategies for their channels and the way that they present themselves as public figures. It's about saying and doing shocking, sensationalist stuff to draw in views and money. It's mostly about that. It's not mostly about building. I mean, there's so many examples, but here's another one.
Men want variety. So you're never going to satisfy your guy by yourself. I think once women accept that, they'll be able to get to the next step. Okay, my man's going to other anyway. Just let him exercise his options in peace and I'll be the main chick and I'll be at home. But a lot of girls, y'all egos are all the way up thinking you're special. And
how is this about building? What is this adding to your life and those around you apart from casual intercourse, always chasing pleasure and having a lack of self-control, guys? My one wife keeps my hands more than full. I would not have the capacity.
So we don't have the capacity.
Enough time in the day, enough energy, enough money for 2 wives, 3 wives, 4 wives. I prefer male-centered content that encourage us to pick one and build with them. Also developing integrity, self-control, value, all of those good character traits that are wholesome. And that's why I love people like Jordan Peterson.
You should conduct yourself so that you are attractive to many women, maybe that you have your pick of them, but then you should pick one. And that's a sacrifice. Obviously, that's a sacrifice of a sort. Your choice to conduct yourself in that manner enriches your life and the life of other people more in any way.
Yes, picking one person and spending your whole life with them is a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice that's worth it. The best things in life, guys, aren't easy. They're worth sacrificing for. You're building something for the future. And with that comes a heck of a lot of contentment, happiness, and joy. Another male-centered content creator that I like is Hafiz off of The Roommates.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, before Moses was about to die because he couldn't go to the promised land and he was giving the people a message, he gave a message to kings. And in Deuteronomy 17, Moses actually said kings should not take multiple wives.
I mean, whether you're into the Bible or not, whether you're religious, Christian, whatever, there is some really good wisdom in the Bible. And speaking to kings, men in powerful positions, guys with a lot, effectively warning them against being promiscuous, having multiple partners, because with that comes a lot of headaches and a lack of deeper fulfillment.
And it does not have to be perfect. You can't wait till this is perfect. You got to do all these things at the same time. Start getting your head on, getting your head together, get the hours up, and then you have to get a skill set. College ain't for everybody. It's not everything everyone needs. Get a trade. There are plenty of things to do. What is going to be useful? Get a trade in something that's going to be useful. We have to get back to where we value blue collar labor.
Couldn't agree more. Work hard. Apply yourself. There is wisdom and there is fulfillment in working and building something. Not chasing drama, not trying to have multiple partners, not trying to punish women for ignoring you whilst you didn't have much. As I said at the beginning of this video, I want to come back to the core essence of my first video and my whole channel in general. It's about building, doing it for yourself. You know, I personally take women out of the equation. You're not investing. You're not building up assets. You're not being entrepreneurial to get women. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for others around you, to help others around you, not to get women. If that's what you're into, it probably, most likely, is going to be a byproduct of all of that. But my issue, as I said in my last video, is with some of these channels, the likes of Fresh and Fit, the likes of Andrew Tate, yes, they do give you useful advice in sprinkles, but the majority of their content, as you saw from their page, that's not me, that's their page themselves. This is what people are actually watching on their channel. It's drama, guys. It's drama. So anyway, guys, that is my video on this. I hope you found it useful. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this video. I'm open to all different kinds of opinions. As you can see, I got no problem with people disagreeing with me or agreeing with me. It creates a good debate and conversation in the comment section below. Check out the links in the description. Sign up with Invest Engine and get £25 free when you sign up and start investing and building your wealth. Check out my dashboard below and lots of other goodies, and I'll see you guys soon.